If you're not gonna help me, then just do it. I would rather be dead than stuck in a mental facility. Johnny, I am a doctor and I am not gonna be a patient, okay? I can't just let them ridicule me.
I'm done. I'm done protecting you. I'm calling the cops.
Okay, if you just think that I'm gonna run out that door and you'll never have to worry about me again, that's not gonna happen. I'm out of options, Johnny. I'm running out of time.
What do you want?
Your help. Okay, you're the only person I can turn to right now. You're the only one who understands. My life is in your hands.
Hey, you just tried to kill Robin. Don't you think that kind of complicates things a little
bit? Okay, please, I just need your help one more time. All right, I just need a way to get out of the country, a new identity, and maybe even some cash.
Oh, you are unbelievable. You know that? You've been lying to me incessantly, and you just tried to knock Robin off. You want my help?
Okay, I'm sorry, okay? I know I ruined everything. I just need to start over somewhere else. And I promise you, if you help me, I will never bother you again.
You never had any intention of moving on from Patrick, huh? Did you? This whole thing, I was just your cover, right? Someone you could go to corroborate your stories.
You were so much more to me than that.
Yeah, whatever you say. You know what? You want my advice? Take it or leave it. Turn yourself into the cops. Go back to Shady Brook. Get the help that you need.
I can't. And I won't. I have learned my lesson. The same lesson that your sister never learned.
Careful invoking her name to get my sympathy.
It's not about sympathy. It's about reality. I finally figured it out. There's no love, no person worth dying for.
Due to the illness of Rebecca Herbst, today the role of Elizabeth Weber will be played by Martha Madison.
Hey. Hey. So, how's couples therapy going with Patrick?
It's actually going a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, at first I thought he was doing it because I wanted to do it, but now that we're in the middle of it, it's changed the dynamic between the two of us.
For the good, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, once we were able to get past the affair and, the trust issues, we were able to dig a little bit deeper and talk about our hopes, plans for the future, but also our fears, and I have to be honest, it's a little uncomfortable being that open about everything. But I have to say, it's making a huge difference. We're communicating better than we ever have.
That's really great. I'm really happy for you guys. And I'm sure it definitely helps that Lisa is finally out of the picture for good.
Ladies.
Hi, were your ears burning? We were just talking about you.
I hope it was good.
Yeah, you're fine, don't worry.
Well, in that case, I won't ask. Hey, did you get a chance to take a look at the files about that regenerative medicine study we were talking
I actually wanted someone else to handle it. Elizabeth's really busy right now.
What she's very nicely trying to say is that when Robin asked me to do it, I blew up and accused her of trying to give me busy work, which I cannot apologize for enough.
It's okay, totally forgotten.
Well, I still feel really bad about it, so I'm sorry again. And if you guys still need help, I'm more than willing to look through the files.
Well, I mean, it is a huge stack. I can easily put an intern on it, make them feel special, like they're part of the project.
It's a great idea.
Are you sure? I mean, I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and you have been so good to me about everything, so...
It's all right, Elizabeth. We'll take care of it. I'm sure you have better things to do.
Well, I do, but I'm very grateful for it. Work is giving me something to focus on, instead of all the reminders of Jake.
I know that you think that I didn't listen to your warnings.
No, it's not that you didn't listen. You never even planned on moving on with your life, of giving up your obsession with Patrick. This whole thing about you were so grateful to me, and I opened up your eyes, it was all a crock.
I am sorry. I guess the temptation was too great, and I thought that it was an easy way to get justice for the way that Patrick
and your idea of justice is trying to kill Robin and frame Patrick for it?
It all happened so fast. The opportunity for payback presented itself, and I took...
Payback is keying somebody's car, not knocking them off.
Okay, honestly, it wasn't about killing Robin. Yes, I may think that the world would be a better place without her, but it was about Patrick. I had to make him pay for what he did to me, and I know that you, Johnny, you of all people can understand that.
Listen to you, what he did to me. You knew he was married when you pursued him. You seduced him anyway.
Patrick and I have a history. I knew him well enough to know that he wasn't happy in his marriage. Okay, the fact is, it's not about that. All right, I knew that I lost him. My actions were crazy. All right, it wasn't until they finally caught me that I was jolted back to reality, and I realized what I'd done.
That's very convincing. Are you already rehearsing for your big day in court?
Johnny, I know you've been in my shoes. It's like like when you're leaning too far over the edge and before you realize that you've made a mistake, you're already falling. I definitely fell. And there is no saving me unless you help me, so please. Please, I'm begging you.
All right, I'll get you out of the country. Oh, that's it. Don't. I told you I'd help you, not that I trust you. I'm not getting burned again.
Well, looky here. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Although I gotta admit, I liked it better when you were in your skivvies.
Hello, Anthony.
I can't say that I'm too surprised. I figured once you escaped lockup, you'd come running to John for help. But where is my boy, anyway? You didn't decide to bump him off, did you?
No, he'll be right back.
Well, that's reassuring. John may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer when it comes to running things, but he's the only heir I've got.
I think Johnny's doing pretty fine.
And you've already got him jumping through hoops again for you. Good work. I understand you were just about to get rid of that arch rival of yours and frame her husband for the murder. Well, that's not a bad plan, except for the part where you got caught. I'm always reminding Johnny, you've got to be meticulous with your execution. It's all about the details.
Oh, well, I guess I should have come to you for help.
It's a shame that you didn't. Would have been my pleasure to assist such a beautiful woman. So, what happens now? You on the next boat to China? John's out getting the crate ready?
Well, it's definitely time to start over, preferably on the other side of the world.
What are you going to do there? What are you going to perform cheap medical services in some back alley? Life as a fugitive is a real drag, Lisa, believe me. And it's such a sad waste of so much potential.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better than staring at walls of a mental facility.
I suppose you're right. It's the smart move, the safe move. To each their own, I guess.
Are you just talking to hear yourself?
I'm just making conversation. I'll tell you one thing. There's no way in hell you'd ever catch me slinking into oblivion and letting my enemies live happily ever after. If you expected me to tell you that it'd be more psychologically healthy to forget Patrick and run away with your tail between your legs, don't hold your breath.
Well, it would be the same choice, but you don't do the same, do you?
Sweetheart, you and I are similar. I don't think it's in your DNA to just disappear and not let it bother you.
Let what bother me?
Oh, I don't know. The fact that they'll be laughing at you, celebrating. And Patrick's the one who really comes out of this thing smelling like a rose. He got to enjoy a little bounce on the bed with you. Then he just told everyone you're a whack job, and he went running back to his little lifey with his wifey. I got to admit, I'm impressed. That's pretty smooth.
No. Patrick was just lucky. He's not as smooth as you're giving him credit for, because I know how to move around him. I could make him be begging for mercy if I wanted to. Trust me.
See? I knew there was still some fight left in you. And if you're really serious about getting some revenge, I might even be convinced to help you out. Or maybe you just want to jump in that crate to China. It's your call.
Hey, I thought you had a day off. Is everything okay?
Not exactly.
What's going on?
It's Elizabeth. She's still having a rough time.
Is she okay?
A few weeks ago, she and I agreed that I would clear Jake's things out of the house because it would be too painful for her otherwise.
Yeah, that sounds like the right thing to do. So what happened? Did she change her mind?
No worse than that. Olivia and I were in the middle of packing up Jake's things, and she came in and completely flipped out on us. It got pretty ugly.
Did you remind her that you had that conversation?
She was too pissed to hear what I had to say. So Olivia and I just left. And poor Olivia was there just helping me out, and she got an earful too.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm sure when Elizabeth figures out what happened, she'll feel terrible. She's all over the place right now.
Yeah, to say the least.
Hey, is Patrick around?
Yeah, I'm right here. What do you want, Johnny?
Lisa made contact. Called me asking for money. She's in Canada, she says.
What is this place?
This, my dear, is your new base of operation, if you want.
Okay, so what's the catch?
There's no catch. I like sharing the bachelor pad with John, but there are times when a man needs a little more privacy. And so I picked this place up through my holding company. John knows nothing about it. He'll never be able to find you here.
Johnny was helping me, and now I bailed on him too.
Well, it's not too late. I can take you back if that's really what you want.
No. No, this is the only way that I'll be truly free and able to do what I need to do. And I'm not gonna quit until everyone gets exactly what they deserve.